swaps and Bert Munro. This is a bit of a trip. I went to Invercargill and got some footage of the Bert Munro special and a bit more to follow later. But first, had a bit of a ride with a mate. He's got a BMW R65, which is the smaller capacity bike to the bike that I've got, which is the R80. But yeah, it was great to catch up with him, and we had a bit of a swap of bikes, and it was fun to see the differences between the two models, which I hadn't appreciated. You know, it wasn't just engine size. Cool. All right. Well, it's like stepping back in time. It feels different. Feels a bit lighter.
I think it's shorter.
Is it?
Shorter wheelbase.
Oh, really? So it is.
So if I stick some, you know, bigger barrels on it,
Yeah.
then it'll probably be a bit more sporty.
Yeah, yeah. Good for cornering. Yeah, it feels so. It feels a lot lighter.
Does it?
Yeah. Right here, you'll see a firestorm just fall over. I think it was just on loose gravel and just fell over. The guy was sitting on the bench and gonna go and help him put it up. But here my GoPro kind of craps out a bit. A few psychedelic pictures. But yeah, no, he managed to get it up with another guy. Passerby managed to help him up. And overtook us on the way back, obviously being a faster bike than ours, and couldn't see any scratches. So here's a few YouTubers. This is Two Wheels for Life 123, and Yo-Yo Two Wheels coming up as well. Both have got some great YouTube clips of the Akaro Highway and other videos related to the bikes. So here I'm riding the R65, a bit shaky, but it's a shorter wheelbase than my bike, and being 650, smaller capacity, but very, very agile, being a short wheelbase. It's got the windshield, which created a lot of buffeting, and we chat about a bit later on, which I didn't like, and I tend not to like having any windshields or fairings where it does create a lot of buffeting around the helmet, but otherwise it was quite a nice little bike. Didn't do as much engine braking as my bike, being smaller cylinders, but yeah, here we have a little bit of a chat about it. Right there. Cool.
I don't want to give it back.
It's so different.
Yeah.
But I like the short wheelbase. It's really nippy around corners. It's where this is a bit more
Stable.
Well, it's stable, but that one is just nice. I like the fact that you can just nip around a corner, but the power band, I think it's about 4,000, 5,000.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more there.
And you got to work it.
You do, you really got to do it, yeah.
Whereas this, you just...
It's
15cc different.
yeah, it's not much. Yeah.
But still, under deceleration, you've got that little shimmy that...
Yeah. This one, if you go over 50 and let go, it gets wobbles.
Yeah.
Like the I don't know if I could adjust something in the damper or something. There's no damper in it, but yeah. But so different.
Well, following that, I definitely want to do my forks.
Yeah.
I think you could do with a new shock.
I think so, because that's really firm, eh?
Yeah.
That's a big difference between shocks. Yeah. Amazing.
And I want one of those bearings. The buffeting you get off that.
Yeah.
It holds them.
Oh, I know. My head was buffeting like that. Yeah.
But there's this kind of on your head.
Yeah. Totally. So yep.
Cheers, bro.
Cool. Overexcited voice. That's what I have when I'm riding my bike. A couple of more motorcyclists. It's a great motorcycling road, this, and especially on the weekends. On the way back, there was a photographer taking pictures of bikes, and he's got a Facebook page where he uploads a lot of the photos, and people get some great shots. Unfortunately, I don't think he had his camera out when I went past, because I was hoping to get a shot as well. But a bit of a shout out for that. I think it's Christchurch Riders or something like that is his Facebook page. Here going through Little River, quite a lot of classic bikes out as well. A few Triumphs. Slowed this film down to get some shots, but obviously the GoPro's not great at focusing on things at distance. So, and here I got overtaken by a BMW R1000, gave me a bit of a wave, and then of course I tried to keep up with him and his mate on a Ducati as well, and I think behind him was another guy on a Suzuki. Couldn't quite see when he overtook me, it was quite fast, but some nice straights along here, getting up to some slightly over the speed limit speeds here. So a bit further along the straight, there was a blue pickup truck which almost had a near accident on, and there was a guy right behind me as well at this stage as well. So it's always a worry about being in a blind spot and cars not seeing you and all that kind of stuff. Sort of always treating the other users of the road as they're out to get you. So here he is, just this little blue truck here on the right. Started pulling out, I slowed down, pulled right over, and there was another guy behind me, and he kind of beeped. So this is Invercargill. I was down, which is one of the furthest cities south in New Zealand, in the South Island, and there's a great collection of bikes and some Burt Munro bikes. That's where his little hometown was. And this tool shop, which is a hardware store, has a massive collection of bikes, including bikes used in the film The Fastest Indian, as well as the actual bikes owned by Bert Munro himself. So with these two bikes here, I'm not too sure which ones are replicas and which ones he used to race. I think he had there was the main Indian Scout that he had, but he also had some other bikes as well. So I'm sure a couple of the viewers might want to kind of comment in the comments below, which would be great. I just thought I'd video it all. I think this slipstreaming shell here was the one actually used in the film, because I was walking around the town and found another one, and I think that was the actual original sort of slipstream casing that he used for the record attempts. As you can see, there's a couple of chainsaws in the background, being a hardware shop, so it's quite a unique sort of place I came across. And the taxi driver told me when I got a taxi from the airport about this place, so I thought this was a must. A couple of the trailers, I think some of the props. There's a selfie with me with the speed show, and then a bit further along I found out there was more bikes in the shop. Here's a couple of the original parts that he used, and a whole lot of pistons that are created, and I think this was seen in the film as well, from his shed. So a lot of castings. And here's a little BMW R45, I think, and this is the Bonnie Jubilee edition from 1977, Queen's Jubilee, and a Indian Scouts, I think. This is the Scout, the 600cc one from 1922, and a Vincent Black Shadow, which was also belonged to Bert Munro, and I think this is the original one here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a quickie, and a mix of rides and stuff I've come across over the last month or so. Anyway, remember to subscribe and enjoy. Okay, cheers. Bye.